Hey guys, I am at the property. Hold on just a minute. Alright, sorry about that. Something was moving in the bushes behind me in the woods. Wasn't real close, but it was close enough that it was creeping me out a little bit. I had to come up to change batteries in the wireless, the cellular trail camera that's at the house. I'm going to walk back. I'm going to go down this road. I want to get over near the boundary line and see if there's any foot traffic coming into the property. And then I'm going to go back that way, back behind me, and check the camera at the back gate. It's weird. It's really weird in here today. We get a lot of days that it's like this. It's not every day, but we do get a lot of days that it's like this. Probably 3 or 4 days out of the week, it just feels off. Something's out of whack here. And today is no exception. Let me get the camera turned around. I'll grab that card reader and we're going to take a walk. It's got a really bad feeling here. It just stopped raining maybe 10 minutes ago. You can see all the raindrops still on the pine needles. That's a deer trail right here. If you go right back over here, just to the right of that deer trail, there's a pile of toilet tissue where somebody went to the bathroom. Somewhere back up in here, we found a pile of toilet tissue over there. Same thing. And then back in there. I think this is the area where these guys have been hunting at. But as of about 3 hours ago, we have a friend of ours. He is a firefighter. He's a big fella. He's built like a Brahma bull. And his son, his oldest boy, is a giant. I mean, just an enormous man. But I'm going to bring him up, and they're going to be hunting the north end of the property, the entire north end. And here in a couple of weeks, I'm going to bring him up and I'll show him the area to help us keep these poachers out this coming April for turkey season and the upcoming hunting season. I'm gonna go and check the camera back in the back. I had a sign up on this pole and they already took it down. We got a sign here. We had a metal sign on this pole. You can see where we had the nails in it. It's gone. That sign back over there is still in place. Okay, our property line, the true property line, is right here at this second pine tree right there. That's the west boundary. All of this property was one piece at one time. A friend of ours owned it. Look at all these. Everywhere you look, you got these trees that have fallen in the shape of a cross or an X. All these trees right here that are laid over, all of them are still alive. A lot of weird stuff out here. I'm not going to go through I was going to walk through the woods back there. But there were so many ticks on me the other day. Kim had to pull them off. It's a bunch of tracks from something right here. But we ended up, I pulled off 6 ticks, and I think Kim pulled 11 off of me. Ticks are bad this year. That's some little flowers, that wild jasmine. Really pretty. Bees all around me. Alright, we're gonna go up here. The truck's not far. We're gonna go up to the truck and we're gonna go to the right. I've got a ground blind back here. It's about maybe 110, 120 yards right through there. And I put a trail camera up, and it sat in there about 2 weeks, and every day of the week I got black bears on camera. If any of you spot anything in any of my footage, or you hear something that I didn't catch, please let me know. I'd greatly appreciate it. 90% of the captures that I've had on video, whether it be visual or audible, captures. 90 or 95% of them, I would have never known I caught it if it weren't for you guys reaching out to me. There's a dragonfly. Kind of odd for him just to be sitting there. Next month, the dragonflies, the skies will be full of them. I'm gonna have to take this jacket off. My flannel, a little hot. That's where I was hearing the sounds at a while ago. It was right in there. I started to record a short introduction, and I kept hearing something moving there. And so I shut the camera off, and I sat in the truck for a little while until it went away. Let me shed my jacket, and we're gonna go that direction. All right, it's a little better. I had a camera right somewhere right up in here, and I went to collect it a few days ago when I found that my other camera was gone, and my tree seat and my gun rope, and see if this is going to allow me to zoom in today. Oh yeah, right there, if you look back right past my finger, that's a pine tree that's broke, and it's alive. It's not showing very well on camera, but I'm not going over there. You can see the beat down path going through there. I'm not going to walk back there. Let's get this zoom back out. Come on. There it goes. Camera right in here. All these little pines. We got some giant bucks that were coming through, and I put a camera in there, and I can't find it. I'm pretty sure it's been taken also. This right here we put up just to mark the trail. The trail's right here, and it goes back, and you follow it back about 180 yards or so, and we've got a ground blind back there. But that's the one that the bear keeps showing up. There's a pretty good sized bear, and then there's a smaller one. Sometimes they're together, sometimes they're not. goosebumps. It's not cold out, just a little bit creeped out. This limb's breaking. It's probably turkeys. Swear. I don't know what that is. I thought it was turkey scratching, but it's not. It's been rained on, so it's hard to tell. All these trees stacked up right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whole property's weird, but we're determined to make it work. Right, that's from the turkeys right here for sure. That's where they're scratch, looking for bugs and stuff they can eat. Jeez, I'm getting creeped out. This road goes down the center of the property, but it's not in the very center. It's about 3/4. If you go that way from that boundary line, if you come about 3/4 of the way across the property, then you have the road, and there's about 1/4 of the property past the road. We've got to try to see what we can do about getting in someone with an excavator to help us get some trees, roots and stumps out of the ground a little later in the year. There's something white on the tree back there. This is the 4-wheeler trail. It goes back and it curves and it goes way back in there. If you go that direction, that's where that ladder stand is, where my camera was stolen, and my seat and my gun rope, all that stuff. We got a ladder stand down that trail too, but we don't hunt it no more because all these young bucks and these does with babies come through there, just to prevent anyone from accidentally shooting one of them. We just don't allow no hunting over there. That tree's alive. I did not notice that. Roots broke. Hadn't been pushed over. Whatever's causing these trees to fall, I wish they'd come back and take these dead ones and pull the stumps up out of the ground for me. Okay, I've got 2 cameras here. One is right down here. We got one right there. That's the Tacticam camera. Here, we're gonna go around. Chris monitors that camera for me, and then I'm monitoring the other 2. That is actually his camera, that one is. And so he keeps an eye on the back gate for me. Chris has several of those cameras. I think he's got about 6 or 7 of them. There's some more toilet paper right there in the bush. Some right there on the ground too. Pathetic. Let's see, right up here. There's a beer can. It's not mine. I don't drink. Kim and I came in here and we put up some more signs. The rest of the roll that we had. And we started painting the trees. We started at that opposite end down there. We got signs up all over. We're required to have them every 50 foot. If you see that's them side-by-side vehicles. They're the ones that I believe are doing all the trespassing, stealing my stuff. Let's take a walk down here for a minute. Our boundary markers is literally right here. All these planted pines, this is our south boundary. There's some more toilet paper. Somebody's lunchbox. Another beer can. Some more toilet paper. This is just absurd. People be that nasty. They don't care because it isn't their property. We're supposed to have a sign every 50 foot. And we've put these signs up. This right here is probably about 21 foot. But we ran out. I gotta get some more. There's no reason anyone should be coming on the property. I wanted to put one here, but these trees right here are just too small. So we put them on the bigger one. I want to check this purple paint that we put out. We started painting it, but it started to get dark on us, so we stopped painting. There's 15 or 18, I don't remember, 15 to 18 states in the United States that recognize the purple stripes as no trespassing. Now we got the no trespassing signs. We got them just as close all the way down, and we're painting purple trees in between. Well, it looks like that held up well. Yes, sir. Good deal. But we got them all the way. The other corner's way down. I'm not going to walk way down there, but it's way down there. I don't know how far you can see the signs. They go way down. But we got, we did, the trespassing sign, went 10 feet, did a purple, 10 feet trespassing, purple trespassing. We got a little less than half a gallon of paint, and I gotta get more so we could do the rest of them. Then we went down that side, that the east boundary that runs that way. We went down about 300 yards down that one with signs. Went about 50 yards with the purple paint, but we will eventually have the entire property will have the signs and the purple on it.
down at the very end down there. Almost every time we've been out here, we've seen animals cross, and 99% of the time they're coming from this side and they're crossing onto our property. It's all the way down at the end right there. The other day when we were doing the signs, a giant coyote crossed down there. It's normally deer. Seen a bobcat a few times. We've seen one big bobcat. And then that coyote a few days ago, that was the first time we've seen a coyote cross back there. But there's tracks. I'm gonna check this one camera that's here at the back gate. The guy that I caught on camera, he was on the property and he walked right past this last camera with a shotgun in his arms and a fanny pack. He walked right past the camera, went around the gate, and his buddy was in the road right here. And he stopped and they sat there talking for a little while. But that camera doesn't record audio anymore. It's a really old camera, but the camera's right here on that tree. The guy come walking down the road and he went around right there, stepped over that, and his buddy was right here. That right there, Kim and I rode back there just to see what all's back there. And we ended up going a little over 6 miles. And it's nothing but woods. Woods and more woods. All right, let's go check this. Oh, this camera right quick. I don't know if I can prop this up anywhere for you guys to see. Give me just a second and I'm gonna check it and see what we got on it. I don't like this card reader, but mine is in Chris's truck and I haven't got it back from him yet. The one I normally use. This particular card reader requires an app. The other one I have is an Apple reader. Okay. This is a really old camera. I've had it for quite a long time. Oh, that ain't gonna shut. There it goes. Let me dry that lens off. It's probably gonna rain again, but that'll be all right. It's recording me now. And that dry off. Get that sensor dry off. And the IR lights. It just took a picture of me. All right, let's go down here. The guys that came in, he walked right there. I don't know how he didn't know that he was trespassing. I don't get it. It's not like there's not any signs, but they keep coming in. We already had signs up. We just added more the other day. Kim and I did. All right, let's go down here. We have a ton of wildlife that crosses from this property. This is someone else's property there. All of this property around us, well, not all of it, but all of this property back here behind us belongs to one owner, and they do not hunt. The guy and his family, they don't hunt. They don't allow hunting. They're older people. I think they're developers, but they also own the land on that far end, way down there. They own that land too. buck scrape right there, right in the middle of the road. Limb fell. Limb been cut. There's a deer trail right there. There's some little Wiener sausage cans. There's one. There's a sardine can. What these people have done, they came back here and they see where they've cut all the palmetto limbs, and they cut a bunch of this stuff that was hanging over. They made themselves a ground blind right here. They're hunting the back of the property. So we're working with the Fish and Game Commission and the Sheriff's Department to put an end to it. That's a buck scrape. That's a buck scrape. And there's a ground blind, homemade ground blind. These guys are sitting back here hunting the back of the property. An animal didn't do that. This is our corner right here. This is our true corner. Our southwest corner. This is a 7-foot T-post, and I drove it down as far as I could get it. There's our survey marker when we had our property surveyed. So we are inside of our line that way by 2.5 inches. We're inside this way by 2.5 inches. And then when we go to put up our fence post, eventually they'll go right here on the inside, so that we've got right at 5 inches between our fence and the boundary. The boundary runs right here, right down this side of the road, and it goes all the way down. These are the ribbons I put on our boundary line. They go all the way through to the north end. All right, we're gonna head back and go back to the truck. The pigs that are on the property there, back there, it's not far. Well, you can see, if you look through the trees way back there, there's a big giant pine tree. I don't know if that's going to zoom in far enough. Yeah, you can kind of make it out right there. That big pine tree. On the back side of it, the land just drops off like 40 feet. And at the bottom, there's a swamp down there. And there's wild pigs all over it. But that's how the pigs get onto the property. They're coming from back that way. Had a lot of weird things have happened up here. This morning I was thinking about all the strange videos and pictures I've gotten off this property with our trail cameras. And a lot of you can change batteries on a camera, and you can come back the following day sometimes and they're dead completely. And you'll have a dozen pictures will be all that's on it, and every picture is just solid blackness. There's nothing in it. have video clips that are just black. The screen's blank. And sometimes you can hear something moving. Sometimes you can hear breathing. But you can't see what's causing it because the screen's off. And you cannot turn the actual screens off on these cameras. The trail cameras. They don't work that way. Just a lot of, it's just high strangeness is all it is. A lot of weird stuff. But anyhow, I was thinking about all the anomalies that we've captured through the years. There's one of the trespassing signs they ripped off. Look, there's 2 of them right there, 3 of them. Somebody tore them down and they dropped them right there. They're stacked. There's 2 right there stacked up right here, and there's 1 to the right of it. That's where these guys are coming through, and I bet they're going through hunting that ladder stand. But we'll catch them eventually. I got 2 of the guys on camera. There's another buck scrape. But anyhow, a few years ago I was in an area. It is between Caryville, Florida and Westville, Florida. It's almost at the halfway point. And what I do, the app that I use, my hunting app, has a GPS on it, and it'll show you a satellite view, an overhead view, like a bird's eye view of where you're at. Well, I zoomed in. I was on a road, and I'll have to draw it out. I don't know how to explain it to you. I'll get a stick and I'll show you up here in the dirt. But there's we're almost at the road. Let me get a stick. That one's pretty hard. Because this is one of the weirdest things that's happened to me. We'll go up here where it's sandy. And this one, I don't remember the time. But I'm going to use some estimates just so that you have an understanding of what happened. All right. Here's the main road, and it just runs north and south. All right, you turn into the forest right here. You go back. It has a couple of low curves in it. Right here, it Y's off. And it goes down, and it does this big, huge circle. I mean, it's big. But I parked my truck right here, right there on the side. I pull in right here, and I park right there. Jet. Anyhow, there's a swamp head right here going down this property. There's a swamp head right here, and there's one right here that goes like that. Alright, I got out of the truck and I turned my GPS on, and it'll show you an overhead view of this. And if you walk it and you turn your tracker on, it leaves a line everywhere that you went. I get out, I walk into here, and I'm going to walk up. This is my plan. I'm going to cut in right here. I'm going to go out around this swamp head. I'm going to cut through this swamp head, come back to the road, then go to my truck. Alright, got my tracker going. I go over here. I walk down. I get right here to this curve where the road curves right here. I get right here to the curve and I cut in so that I can go around this swamp head right here, around that swamp, between these two and back to the road. When I cut in right here, I start going around this swamp head. My line, my tracking line, that's tracking everywhere that I go, does this. Straight, well, it's more like this angle. Through that swamp, through this swamp, and it stops right here, okay? Well, I'm walking and I'm not seeing this swamp. I'm looking for this swamp so that I can go around it. I'm not seeing it. I walked, to make this walk right here takes me about an hour and 40 minutes to make that walk and then back to the truck. I was gone about 40 or 45 minutes and I'm right here. I don't know where I'm at. I'm not recognizing anything. And so I pull up my map and it's showing me being here. My GPS is showing me right there. And I said it can't be, because I should be way up here. It's where I should be, is right there. But it's showing me way down here. So I said, well, if that's the case, then I'm 50 yards from the road. So I'm going to walk through here hoping my GPS will get a better signal and I can verify that I'm going to run into this swamp, this water, instead of the road. And lo and behold, I came out on the road, I looked, there's my truck. I'm 150, 200 yards from my truck. This walk, I forget how many miles it is total. But the way I come, I was dry. This swamp right here, I wore chest waders one year we were hunting. And I tried to cross it, and right here on the edge, it gets deep. It holds water year round. There's big fish in it. You can't cross it. It's definitely deeper than what chest waders would support. All I had on was rubber boots, knee-high rubber boots. Right here, coming between these two, is a bunch of black, sticky mud. And normally when I get back to the truck, I got to beat my boots off because they're covered in black mud. That day I was completely dry. My GPS tracked me leaving the truck, cutting into the woods, and then somehow I flew across both of them piles of water, ended up right there, 50 yards from the road. The time on my phone didn't show that I was gone for 45 minutes. It showed that I was gone for 2 hours. I went back, I think it was 2 or 3 days later. Chris and I went up there to walk around and just do some scouting. We walked down that road. I cut in to look because my boot prints would have been there. And it would have showed me walking around that water. But there's no way I could have done it. And my boot prints walked in. I could see my prints. They went right to the edge of the water. Like I stepped right in the edge of that water. And there were no more prints. And it freaked me out. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I was stepped through something and I popped out on the other side. I have no idea. But that was the last time I've ever been to that property. I have not been back. But I will be going back. I'm going to go back once we get done with the move. And I was filming the day that it's coyotes. The day that I walked that, I was filming. My cameras on the memory card I had up to the point that I was 10 yards from that water, the first swamp that I had to go around, and it cut off. I had no more footage after that point. So I don't know what happened, but it screwed my camera up. My GPS and my phone was off. It messed everything up. And I had been gone longer than what it normally takes you to walk that. Not a lot longer, but to walk that path is like an hour and 40 minutes to walk the path that I was going to walk. And I've done it several times before. And I was gone over 2 hours and I did not stop. I didn't, screw around with anything. I just walked like I am now, just to film and look. And I can't tell you, once I got by that water, I don't remember seeing the water at all. I remember stepping off the road and walking in 30 yards or so, and then being 50 yards from the road my truck was parked on. I don't remember what happened. I don't remember going there. When I got in the truck, instead of backing up and turning and leaving, I did the circle. I drove all the way around that loop. And my footprints are on the road up to the point where I turned into that wooded area to start going around that first body of water. My footprints are in the road, and they cut into the bushes right there. So somehow I crossed 2 bodies of water without getting my feet wet. I don't know how that's even possible. But anyhow, it just, when I was thinking about all the weird things we've caught on camera, the majority of what we've caught has been here. But I've caught strange things in several other areas. Right, I'm going. Sorry guys, I don't know what overcame me. I just turned, I seen something white move through behind some brush over there, what I assumed was the tail of a deer. And I just got completely consumed with fear. Something scared the tar out of me. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything that would have scared me like that, but something scared me really bad. That freaked me out. So I'm getting out of here. I had to let a little bit of air in here. It was hot. I have no idea what just happened. I don't know why I got scared. It may just be because thinking back, telling you guys about what happened that day. I always track myself when I'm in the woods, always, with my GPS, in case I get turned around or if something happens and I black out and I come to, I can look at my phone and see exactly where I'm at, and I can backtrack and follow the same path to get out, even if I'm in an area that I'm not familiar with. And just trying to explain to you guys what happened that day. I don't know, that it didn't scare me. Explaining it to you, it didn't even make me nervous, but I don't know, I seen what I thought was a deer tail, where a deer was on the other side of that little Yaupon holly, like it was walking away with his tail up. I could see the white little patch about that big moving. And that's what I was watching. I was watching that to see if it would step to the side of that tree where I could make out what kind of deer it is, a doe or a buck. And just fear consumed me. That was a weird. For those of you that are new here, I get scared when I'm in the woods. And I could try to hide it, I could lie about it and tell you that I don't get scared, but the truth is I do get scared. After having encounters with these big beings, it scares me to be out in the woods. I don't want to encounter one again. And it is an absolute fight every time I go to the woods to hunt. The number one thing on this planet that I love to do is hunt. I love being in the woods, and it doesn't matter if I have a successful hunt. It doesn't matter if I don't even see one. Just being there. But the whole time I'm there, I'm on edge. From the minute I leave my truck, I'm on edge. I don't want another encounter. I didn't want the first one. I didn't ask for them. I never invited it. I'm not going to leave gifts and food and stuff for them. I don't want nothing to do with them. And due to one encounter, it screwed me up, and I'm scared every time I step in the woods. It scares me, and I hate it. I shouldn't have to live that way, but until I can overcome that fear, I'm stuck with it. I've tried. I still go hunting. Took me several years to get back in the woods, and it was baby steps, but I'm there. And I go in the woods, I hunt, I walk for miles on end, but I'm not doing it without being scared. But that wasn't what just happened. That wasn't just being scared. Something just filled me with fear right there, just filled with it. That was bizarre. That didn't happen a whole lot. Let me get this gate shut. We'll get out of here. Stand by. Anyhow, guys, I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me today, and I didn't capture anything on video that I seen or heard, other than I don't know if the movement that I had right beside me when I first got there, I don't know, it's probably on camera. I didn't see anything. Could have very easily been an animal of some type. There's so much wildlife up here. It could have been anything. Sorry, you guys. I had a phone call. I don't know what I was even saying. Oh, about the. I didn't see anything that. While I was filming, I don't think I captured anything. Nothing that I seen. Seen a couple of birds and what I'm thinking may have been a deer going away from me. But outside of that, I didn't see anything. So if any of you, excuse me, if any of you do spot something that spot anything at all that I missed, that I didn't mention, if you see anything, or you hear something, anything at all, please let me know if you don't mind. I shouldn't have came this way. This is going to be a bad ride. But anyhow, I am headed to the house. I think I'm going to turn around. I don't want to go this way. This road right here is horrible. These people in these four-wheelers and side-by-sides and four-wheel drive vehicles, they come down here and they tear these trails up, and you can't hardly go down them. It's very hard to navigate them. It'll beat the mess out of your vehicle. And they do not, these aren't county roads. They don't come back here and maintain them. I'll eventually be on a maintained road, but anyhow, it's not right here. But thank you all for hanging out with me and taking a walk. And the area where I was at, if you're hopping on the video kind of late, that is our property. That's our homestead. We will soon be living on it. Hopefully we'll be able to move on it here in the very near future. I'm going to get up in the bushes. This road is really bad. There we go. Once we get moved in up here, the problem I'm going to have for a little while is the ability to do live shows or upload videos, because we have very few options. There's 3 options for internet over here. One of them is HughesNet. So that option we have removed. Kim has been with HughesNet before. I've been with them, and they are down here in our area. You don't want to deal with HughesNet, not here. They may be good elsewhere. They are not good right here, for sure. The other option is a business internet. It is a satellite internet, and if it's cloudy, service is not good. But the worst part of it is to get enough data to be able to do video work. If you want to watch movies or anything like that, Kim watches a lot of movies. You've got to get the data that will support it, and to get the package that would support uploading, 5 or 6 videos a month. To watch a few movies a week. That package is $380 and some change. I don't know how many fees, I don't know what all they add to it, but we know a couple of people personally that have that internet, and one of them uses it for their business, and when it's not bad weather, they like it, but they said if it gets overcast, if it's bad foggy outside, service is horrible. And the third option is the cheapest option. It is unlimited internet, but we have to buy the equipment, and that is Starlink. And we've researched Starlink. I've researched it for almost 2 years now, and we are going to go with Starlink, but we have to get the money put aside to where we can afford it. It's $600 to buy the equipment, and then we were told $129 a month. And a few people I've talked to who have Starlink, they're paying $150 a month. That's still cheaper than what I'm paying right now with Xfinity. I had them knock a lot of stuff off our internet package because it went from $179 up to $199 and then to $249. And so I'm off contract with them. I'm paying month to month. I knocked everything off, got it down to $179. The following month was $199. The month after that, which was this month, was $179, $189, and then the one I paid this morning was $199. They're going right back up again. So I'm going to cancel that internet, and we just got to figure out a way to upload videos and to do live shows after I do that, until I can get rid of some stuff to where we can make up the money to get Starlink and to get the equipment and to get it started. I wish I were in a position we could do something on the channel temporarily just to make a little bit of money off ads to cover this stuff, but I'm not allowed to do that, and I don't want to get myself in trouble. So we will get it. It will come together. Without a doubt, it'll come together. It's just a matter of time and making that happen, and we will. It'll happen. I have no doubt about that. But Starlink, it works good when the weather is bad. It's got to be extremely bad, like hurricane type bad, for the Starlink not to work right. But the speed of the Starlink, according to 3 people that have had the fiber optic, they said it is as fast as fiber optic internet, and if not faster. 2 of the 3 people said it is definitely faster than when they had the fiber optic. And so it's for right now, it seems like Starlink is going to be the way to go here until sometime in the future. Maybe they will have some other internet options out here, but But right now, that's the only 3 that are available. We are so far away from civilization. There's no internet available here other than satellite. I don't know where I'm at, you guys. I thought I took a wrong turn. I have no idea where I'm at. Where is my phone? All right, give me a minute. I got to pull my map up because I have not been here before. And I am on a hardtop road. An old one, but I'm on one. Give me just a minute. Sorry about that. I had to turn around and go back. I don't know where. I don't know how I got to where I was at, but I was way in the wrong direction. It's almost dark, so I got the light on now where you guys can see. But I am. I've got to go up to Chipley, so right now I'm actually cutting through the woods. I'm going from. I don't know exactly where I was at. I don't know what that area would be. Maybe Alpha. But I'm going from there over to Wausau. And then I got to head north. I got to run up to Chipley real quick, and then I'll be headed home. But anyway, guys, thank you all for hanging out with me today. To our new brothers and sisters that have joined us here, thank you so very much for being a part of what we have here. I've got a few areas I'm going to be checking out. These are new areas I've never been to. I've talked to 2 people. They are friends with one another. I talked to the 2 of them together, and they know me from our YouTube channel, and very nice guys, and they were telling me about areas they've had several experiences with the big guys, and they were telling me about a few areas that are fairly close. They're within 40-45 minute drive from where we're living now. It'll be a little bit closer, probably 30 to 35 minutes from the new property, which is back that way, I think. No, that way. But anyhow, I'll be a little bit closer, and I am going to be going to check those areas out. They told me one of the areas, it is state land, it's public land, very hard to get into. And he told me the back way to come in, and you have to park and walk, but the back way brings you're coming in behind all the swamps, and he said you shouldn't have any activity or have to worry with anything like that until you get up further into the property, about a mile or so further in, and then it's swampy, and that's where they've both had seen these creatures, these beings. But he said there's structures, there's all kinds of stuff that they believe these beings have created, and it's all over. And I'm not gonna go venturing into the forest. I will be staying on trail when I get there because I don't know these areas. But he said a lot of this stuff is right on the side of the trail. You can't miss it. And I'm gonna go there and just walk around and look and film, and then to share with you guys, whatever I capture, if we capture anything. I won't be going in to the areas, the swampy areas they told me to steer clear of. I won't be going up to that point. There is a marker. When you get to a certain point, there is a marker there that you will know. Once you pass that, you're coming into the swampy stuff. And he said once you get up that marker, you can turn and go back and go down any of the side trails, but just don't go beyond them. It's a giant oak tree that had died, but it has 3 big old, it's one trunk, but 3 giant limbs coming off, and each one fell, and it looks like a big mushroom there now. It's dead. He said you get up to that marker, just don't go past it, and I shouldn't have to worry with having any type of encounter. But we're gonna go check it out, and I'll be sharing that with you. The one fella, he has AT&T on his phone, and he said the signal on his phone is good enough that he could probably live stream. And if that's the case, the Verizon signal should be plenty sufficient to do a live stream. And if I can do it from there, I'll live stream the whole thing, the whole walk. The first time I go there, if we have a signal, we'll just go straight live with it, you know, the very first time I go there, and we can all kind of explore that area at the same time together. I think that'd be cool. But anyhow, I'm headed home. Y'all have an amazing evening. Be blessed in all you do. Be safe and be kind. If there's anything I can do for you, or if you have anything you'd like to share with the rest of us here, please reach out to me on my email. My email is standinggoatsrescue@yahoo.com. Just give me a couple of days, 2 or 3 days to get back to you. Sometimes it's quicker than that. I was quite behind on my emails, and I got caught up this morning, so I'm not behind no more. And I apologize to those of you that have emailed me, and it's been like 4 days. I apologize for being late responding to you. I get so many emails, it's really hard to stay on top of them, and I don't have time to stay on top of them day to day, but I'm trying. But y'all have an amazing evening. Oh, that was my turn. I've got to turn around again, but I'll see you guys soon. God bless you. Take care, be safe. I love you, and we'll see you down the road. Bye-bye.